Have you ever heard of an industry with over 500,000 customers that, on paper, barely even exists? Well, welcome to the wild world of online betting in Paraguay. It's a fascinating situation, and we've gone through all the top online articles so you don't have to. Let's dive in and unpack this paradox together.
So it all boils down to one simple question, right? Is this stuff legal? But in Paraguay, the answer is, well, it's not a simple yes or no. It's this tangled web of legal loopholes and what's actually happening on the ground. You've got what the law says, and then you've got what people do every single day, and they are two totally different stories. To really get what's going on, you have to picture it as two separate realities existing at the same time. You've got the official Paraguay, the one in the government rule books, and then there's the online Paraguay, where hundreds of thousands of people are placing bets as we speak. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On one side, the online casino market is officially a free-for-all. It's unregulated. But on the other side, you've got over 600,000 active players. That's almost 10% of the whole country involved in an industry that technically doesn't have a legal framework. So how is that even possible? That's the paradox we're digging into. All right, to make sense of all this, we need to pop the hood and look at the legal engine, or more like the specific parts that are missing, that created this one-of-a-kind situation. To understand the rules, you gotta meet the main character in this whole drama, Conajar. Just think of them as the ultimate gatekeeper. Ever since 1997, this one government group has had all the power over every bit of gambling in Paraguay. Lotteries, casinos, you name it. They make the rules, they hand out the licenses, they're the whole shebang. And this timeline, this tells you everything you need to know. See, gambling's been around for ages, but that key law, the one that created Conajar, it was written way back in 1997, before the internet really exploded and changed everything. It took them till 2018 just to make online sports betting official. The law's just playing catch-up with technology. So here it is, the absolute key to the whole thing. That big, important law from 1997, it says nothing about online casinos. It was written before that was even a thing. This creates this giant loophole where it's not technically legal, but it's not explicitly illegal for people to play on international sites either. So if the law is that fuzzy, how are those 600,000 players managing? Let's flip the script and look at it from their point of view. How did they navigate this maze? Now, in this sea of gray areas, there is one rule that is absolutely rock solid. Online or offline, you have to be 18. That's the one line in the sand that's enforced for every kind of gambling, no exceptions. Since there aren't really any local licensed options, players go to international websites. But they're not just clicking around randomly. They're being smart about it. Security is number one, so they look for sites with good reputations and licenses from other countries. After that, they want what every player wants. Lots of games, good bonuses, an app that actually works, and, of course, getting their money out fast. Okay, so we know how they're picking their sites, but what about the actual, money part? Let's follow the cash and see how taxes and payments work in this system. And get this, here's another twist in the paradox. Even though the market isn't regulated, the government absolutely wants its slice of the pie. Player winnings get taxed. Any prize over about $75 gets hit with an 8% tax, which is a pretty clear sign the government knows exactly how much money is flowing around here. Now, when it's time to put money in or take winnings out, players are all about two things, privacy and speed. Yeah, sure, you can use a credit card or a bank transfer, but a lot of people lean towards e-wallets or even cryptocurrencies. Why? Because they offer a bit of anonymity and the transactions are way faster. Both are huge pluses when you're playing in a legal gray zone. So where is all this heading? I mean, this gray market can't last forever, right? Let's take a peek at the changes coming down the pike and the resources that are out there for people right now. The government knows this can't go on. Change is definitely in the air. There are big reforms planned for Conajar through 2025, and the main goal is to finally drag the law into the 21st century. The plan seems to be to break up the monopolies and maybe, just maybe, open the door for licensed private companies to come in, which would totally change the game. So, if you're a player trying to figure all this out right now, what do you do? Well, our sources mention that a key resource is comparison sites. For example, they point out that if you just search for the URL betplace.us and click on that first result, you'll find curated lists that check out and review the international options. It's a way for people to find safer choices in this unregulated space. And that leaves us with the million-dollar question for the future. As Paraguay finally moves to regulate all this, is it going to open things up and create a better, more competitive market for everyone? Or will the new rules end up limiting the choices that players have right now? The answer to that is going to write the next chapter for betting in Paraguay.